What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be shilling Ellipsis Finance. The project just launched and already has 2.5 billion TVL. Currently you can get 2,800% staking PancakeSwap LP tokens. That's the EPS BNB pairing. And you can get 2,500% by staking and locking EPS Ellipsis tokens. So what is Ellipsis exactly? In a nutshell, it's Curve for Binance Smart Chain. So what does that mean? It's an automated market maker specialized for stablecoin swaps and liquidity, meaning lower fees and less slippage. On Ethereum mainnet, DeFi protocols such as Compound, Aave, Yearn, Synthetics integrate with Curve to increase utility and earning for liquidity providers. It makes sense to me that you need a stablecoin AMM to fill this role. I imagine that the likes of Venus and AutoFarm would integrate with Ellipsis. It's the officially authorized fork of Curve. The original contract that Ellipsis was based on has already been audited by top firm Trail of Bits. They've also just now completed the first of their 2 audits with Hacken Club. So all this is well and good, but before going into more detail about the project, I want to show you how to get that juicy APY. I'm sure that's what most of you are interested in. And if you like my content, remember to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell icon, leave a comment to support my channel. Also follow me on Twitter to get the latest tips and most up-to-date information. Let's get started. To get this 2,800% APY, you want to stake PancakeSwap liquidity tokens. That's the EPS Ellipsis BNB pairing. In order to do that, just head on over to PancakeSwap, get yourself 50% BNB, 50% Ellipsis, add liquidity. And once you've added liquidity, just head on over back to Ellipsis and stake your LP tokens. So you can see that we have 6.5 LP tokens to deposit. Let's go ahead and do that. Great, so our staked balance now has gone up, and you can withdraw your stake at any time. Now that you are staked, you are now getting rewards in EPS, in Ellipsis. You can see here that I have the option to vest these rewards. Once I vest the rewards, I can then either wait 3 months to collect the full amount. You can see here that I have 41 EPS on my demo account vesting schedule. This will unlock on this date. So I have to wait 3 months to get the full amount. However, if I want to access that EPS early, then I take a exit penalty of 50%. So in effect, what this means is if you take the early exit penalty, then the APY is half of what you see. So we saw 2,800. Well, in actuality, if you take the early exit penalty, the APY is 1,400%, which is still very high. Now, here's the interesting part. What I think the optimal strategy here is, I take the early exit penalty, so 1,400% APY. Let's claim that with the penalty. I've now taken the penalty. With that reward that I got from staking LP, that EPS that we got for free, we're going to stake and lock it. What does staking and locking do? Locking is pretty self-explanatory. It actually locks your EPS for 3 months. You won't be able to access these rewards for 3 months. However, on the amount that you have staked and locked, you are then getting a 2,500% APY. So then the goal here for me is, with my staked LP tokens, I build up enough rewards that I have a staked and locked amount, which is similar in size to the amount of liquidity that I provided in the first place. I then withdraw the liquidity. Now we are getting daily rewards from the staked and locked EPS, which you don't have to take a 50% penalty on. Once I've staked and locked enough EPS, I'm just going to start dumping the rewards daily to lock in gains. I mean, depending on which way the wind is blowing, depending on market conditions. That might have seemed a bit complicated. There is this helpful flowchart, which I will put in the description, which kind of explains everything a bit more clearly. But in a nutshell, what I'm doing is I'm taking option 1A, option 2A, and option 3A. and then just harvesting rewards. Okay, so that's kind of the strategy that I'm using. Now, to give a bit more information about the project itself, especially in terms of risks, one big one is that V-curve holders will receive 25% of the token supply airdropped monthly. What does this mean? What is V-curve? V-curve is a token that you receive for locking your curve on Ethereum mainnet. So this is people who are basically participating in curve governance. Simply for holding these V-curve tokens, you receive an airdrop. And actually what we saw, I think it was yesterday, was that the V-curve holders were airdropped Ellipsis tokens. Then the Ellipsis token price dumped, I think because the V-curve holders just instantly dumped their airdrop rewards. The price did more than recover, however. That was the dump, and this is where we are now. Which way the price will go over the long run, it's hard to say, especially with such high rewards for liquidity staking and locking. I do like the locking mechanism though. It's a way to reduce the circulating supply. It means that you don't get so much downward pressure on the price. I mean, in a lot of yield farming projects, you see people instantly dumping their farm and the token price tanking. Just a little bit more information here. Right, so the token itself is a revenue earning token. So if you stake your Ellipsis, you also get fees from the protocol, trading fees. Of course, though, the farming rewards completely eclipse the swap fees at the moment. The token supply will be set at 1 billion and we have an emission schedule over 5 years. 55% of the tokens will be distributed to liquidity providers, continuously minted over 5 years, progressively decreasing. 25% to the V-curve holders and 20% to the team and development fund. This page and the curve docs themselves are pretty good, so you should take a look at those. I'll put a link to those in the description. Taking a look at the roadmap, the Ellipsis team state their vision to become a core piece of infrastructure in the growing BSC DeFi community. Some items include a Bitcoin pool and collaboration with Ren, USD meta pools, a detailed audit that's already underway, integrations with liquidity aggregators. So lots of interesting stuff there. Oh, and a comprehensive marketing campaign. Very nice. Right, so that's it from me, basically. I just want to say, though, that I am pretty bullish about the success prospects of this project, token price aside, because if you look at the crypto sphere in general at the moment, you'll see that there is a definite shift away from Ethereum mainnet because of the congestion and the gas fees. This leads smaller investors, particularly, to seek out opportunities on alt chains and layer 2s, and with that you've seen kind of an explosion in the number of swaps and yield farms on these alt chains. A healthy DeFi infrastructure on any chain does not consist of swaps and yield farms alone. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it appears to me that BSC has the healthiest non-Ethereum mainnet DeFi ecosystem. You know, you've got your swaps, your yield farms, your yield aggregators, AutoFarm, Pancake Bunny. Now you have the likes of Ellipsis. And I think that any project which takes something which is successful on Ethereum mainnet and does it right on an alt chain or layer 2 is going to be massively successful if they get there first. So this is why I'm bullish about the project in general. Great, so that's been me shilling Ellipsis. If you like my content, once again, hit like, subscribe, the bell icon, leave a comment, and follow me on Twitter. I am Jimmy Russells. I will give you tips there before I upload videos. Thanks for watching, everyone, and ape responsibly. Until next time, happy farming. See you later.